When the light fades and the moon rises over Innistrad, humanity becomes the universal prey. Packs of werewolves are drawn out by the moon, their humanity washed away by animal rage. Vampire families bare their fangs at the scent of human blood. Hordes of walking dead lurch across the manors and moors, driven by an innate hunger for the living. Alchemically created abominations twitch to life in alchemists' laboratories. Geists haunt the huddled human towns and terrify travelers along the dark crossways in between. From Innistrad's depths, powerful demons and impish devils plot humanity's downfall. Hey there, and welcome back to Deep in the House of Lore. Considering it's finally October and I am well into my personal spooky season, we're moving from the calamitous seasons of Bloomburrow to the harrowing darkness of Innistrad. If you like what you hear, consider subscribing to the channel and following along. I love lore, and I'd love to have your company in the study. In addition to normal lore videos like this one, I also do Lore for Rest, a toned down narration, perfect for relaxation, focusing on studies, or even sleep. Now it's time to begin. Inspired by Gothic fiction set within the 18th, 19th-ish centuries, Innistrad takes much from the Germanic and Eastern European styles of folklore and landscape. Do keep that in mind as we move forward. The plain is dark and full of terrors. A desperate plain full of desperate people. Innistrad has suffered greatly over the millennia of its existence within the Blind Eternities' vastness. One foe after another ravages its populace, from vampires and werewolves to demons and Eldrazi. There is little respite to be found. A moon of silver rules the land, bringing forth Innistrad's season as its faces change. The new moon is the equivalent of spring, a terribly short season with longer days and more, albeit muted, sunlight. Those born under the sign of the new moon are considered more holy than others, holding greater potential. Heralding autumn is the harvest moon, where a massive orange-red moon dominates the sky. The days grow shorter and colder, and bonfires become the primary source of protection and light from vampires as farmers toil their fields beyond dusk. The final season of the plain is at the hunter's moon, symbolizing winter. Hunters must venture further beyond the bounds of safety, the cold and dark perpetual, as they explore further into the wilds dominated by werewolves. Despite its seemingly desolate nature, Innistrad does have major cities within its 4 provinces of Gavani, Kessig, Stensia, and Nephalia. You'll have to offer me a little scholarly indulgence if I mispronounce any of the words. Read and not heard, you know how it goes. Gavani is the stronghold of humanity, with its principal city of Thraben at its center. The Cathedral of Avacyn stands within its borders, formerly home to the mighty Archangel herself. Given the number of dead in such a large city, Thraben unfortunately suffers more undead than other areas, a point of particular interest, especially when Liliana comes around. But history lessons are for another time, and right now we're laying the framework of the plain. Kessig contains the vast wilds of Innistrad, shrouded in an eternal autumn. Werewolves make their homes here, often prowling the night when the moon is high. Despite this, some humans still create small villages within the wood in hopes of finding their own sustenance or even making coin off their ventures. Vampires claim the province of Stensia, its mountains and forests always cloaked in fog, its sunlight never quite penetrating the haze. The manors of great vampire families dot this harsh landscape, but don't misunderstand. The legacies of the Markovs, Falconraths, Stromkirks, and Voldaren are spread across the entirety of Innistrad, each of them carving their own bloody path through the plain. Nestled at the edge of the ocean, Nephalia contains many port towns utilizing the river that cuts up through Innistrad. All sorts of riffraff stop in port towns, and those of Nephalia are no different. Geists and vampires are not unfamiliar there, and those who come to the edge of the water tend to have their own secret agendas. Even though the topic will have its own video soon, we must touch on the Church of Avacyn and its effect on the plane. Created by Soren Markov in hopes of curbing the dangers of Innistrad, the Archangel Avacyn brought balance to the realm, protecting humanity and ultimately giving them something to believe in. Every single thing on Innistrad carries her mark. Blessed weapons, the coin they spend, the churches they seek refuge in. Avacyn was the name on every praying lip, called to in the night, in the dark. While her light has faded, her legacy and influence are undeniable and ultimately changed the plane of Innistrad forever. And that's where we'll pick up next time. I'm so excited to be doing this. If you guys have seen any of my Bloodborne videos, I absolutely have a penchant for the particular spookies. Innistrad is my second favorite plane behind Bloomburrow in Magic the Gathering, and I absolutely adore the lore of it. Thank you guys for once again joining me in the study, and I hope to see you next time, deep in the house of lore.